Kent have been reunited with their dog 2 years after she disappeared from their garden. Lily, the spaniel, vanished from her home in Edenbridge.
Yes, it's thought she was stolen. Last week she was found on a building site in London, but her owners had to convince the authorities she really belonged to them, as Malcolm Shaw will now tell us.
This was the moment when Lorraine Curry was reunited with her beloved dog Lily 2 long years after the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel vanished into thin air. It was back in April 2010 that Lily disappeared from the back garden of her home at Edenbridge in Kent. The Curry family were devastated, but Lily had been microchipped with their details, and Lorraine never quite gave up hope.
Every day I was online, checking all the adverts for lost dogs. When I checked everything, I was looking for other people's lost dogs as well. I think my family thought I'd gone slightly insane.
Then last week, workmen found a spaniel wandering on a building site in London. She was scanned and her microchip revealed her real identity.
My husband got a call from a dog warden from Hammersmith and Fulham Council saying that they had Lily. He come down to tell me. I must have shouted, "I found Lily, I found Lily," about 1,000 times.
But even then, it was another 2 days before the Curry family could convince the authorities to let them take Lily back. Hammersmith and Fulham Council say that they had to go through the proper process to make sure that they were returning Lily to her rightful owners. And someone in London did in fact come forward and claim her too. But they apparently gave up that claim when they realised that the dog had been microchipped by the Curry family. Lily had clearly been looked after for the last 2 years. If anything, she's a little overweight. But the Currys are just delighted she's home.
Really missed her.
And what do you think about having her back?
I'm really, really happy now. Good.
It's good, isn't it? This is one tale with a very happy ending. Malcolm Shaw in Edenbridge for Meridian Tonight.
Yes, a good tale. And joining us now, Caroline Lucas from the All-Party Animal Welfare Group and the Green MP for Brighton Pavilion. Caroline Lucas, first of all, we were having sound problems earlier. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Microchipping your dog, do you think it should be compulsory?
I think it should, but I think it needs to be supplemented, to be honest. The government's proposing to make it compulsory, but there's no proposal to have any kind of sanction if people don't keep their details up to date. So I think alongside the microchipping, we need to have a central database and a dog registration scheme that is renewed annually, so that when the dog changes hands or if an owner moves house, then that information is automatically recorded as well.
What about the cost of the whole thing? £20 or £30 plus a renewal fee of perhaps £10. It is expensive, and that could put families off, couldn't it?
I mean, I think in the general scheme of things, when you look at how much it costs to keep a dog in good welfare conditions, you're already looking at maybe £650 a year. And so on top of that, an extra £30 in order to keep your dog safe and to make sure that other dogs are kept safe as well. I think most dog owners would find that a reasonable amount to spend.
And Caroline Lucas, in a word, really is worthwhile doing, isn't it, as we've just seen in that report?
I mean, that was a lovely story, some good news on a day when there hasn't been much good news around. So I think for people's own sakes and for the sake of everybody else, it's a really good thing to do. Caroline
Lucas, good to talk to you. Thank you so much. And of course, you can see all of today's stories and more on our website, itv.com/Meridian. News here in the South East, 24 hours a day.